What's up, everyone? It's Mr.StealUrGurl coming at you with another Supreme Commander 2 cast. It has been 5 years as of March 2nd since this game came out, so this is a celebration to that. Let's see who these players are within this cast. The map is open palms as always, and the player going baby puke green, as you can see if you zoom out, he is the one, the only Nite of Misfortune, starting out with an air factory, and he researched air build costs down. He is going as Aeon, and his opponent to the south is our good friend Shade as the white Aeon. She's going really hard land, going strong with 3 land factories, and as you can see, she's doing the build move order. The unit, the engineer moves and builds. I think it gets the maximum distance there. So I'm sure Knight is building up a scout. Yes, of course. There it is. He's going to have 3 energy generators going on soon. Let's see what this unit could see. As you can see, it is going right over her base, and she is putting down a fish tooth first. That is going to be very interesting. Knight could see everything that's happening here, and wisely, Shade is building forward and not backwards, because against air, you have to have anti-air back where my cursor is. Otherwise, that is going to be free research points, free kills for Nite of Misfortune. I'm going to bump up the speed just a little bit so we could get this battle going. And here Knight goes, dropping down 2 land factories. A couple of air units out there. Shade needs to do something about that air. Maybe, let's see what happened here. Build cost of all land units. I think that is a very nice research to use. And there is an anti-air turret right there in the middle of Shade's base, blapping away at that little scout. Did she get it? I do not know. I saw an oh, it was the energy generator going down. All right. So Knight is expanding in back. I don't know why he didn't go. Oh, he went there so his opponent won't see that he's expanding in back. I think that's not a bad idea whatsoever. And he had to pause his land factories in order to drop down a radar station. It's very important to have that radar station, everybody. And I don't think Shade has one. She has no air, no radar. I think this is going to be quite a mistake. This could be very bad. And I think he's... Boom! Down goes one of those fish stews. Those things are very dangerous, extremely dangerous. And she is queuing up an air factor, not an air factor, an anti-air turret. Down goes another fish tooth. Point defense are going to be extremely effective right now at stopping this. And weapon range got researched there for Knight. And down goes that anti-air turret. It is built. I don't see why she doesn't have a radar. Here comes a little battle between the ACUs. Let's see who is able to protect better. And Shade went training too. She is at 1800 maximum health for their units, whereas Knight's only has 1500. She's got, I think she's got the slight unit advantage. Well, definitely the unit advantage if you're going to count the 20% more power those units have. Knight's health is holding up quite a bit, and boom! 2 units go down with that bombing run. Shade would be wise to get out of there. And there's the mobile missile launcher for Nite of Misfortune. He's probably going to want to take out that anti-air defense. And Shade is smart to get out of there. She is down to less than half of her hit points. Knight's fish tooths are going to work as well as those tanks. And very wisely so, Knight is reclaiming all the things. He really should reclaim this anti-air turret. That would be wise. And back at home base, another land factory for Shade. And finally she puts on a radar. That is a welcome thing indeed. Very much so needed. And Nite is putting down an a point defense as 3 units go up in smoke from a wonderful bombing run from Nite of Misfortune. And, 2 of those fish tooths go down. Shade really needs to split those units. All those fish tooths are down, so that point defense will go unmolested once that shield goes up, if he decides to put down his shield. And that bomber is done for as it gets in the way of that anti-air turret. And 5 factories for Shade. And Nite of Misfortune finally gets training 1. He has 1650 to Shade's 1800. And a very nice land factory. I would like to see a point defense there as well. But those fish tooths are going to make that anti-air turret's life miserable. And I think that one more volley, that is it. Boom, down it goes. And Nite's putting down an a point defense, which is going to make, that is, and it's, those Aeon have such range on these things. What is Shade doing? That is very dangerous. Those units are getting utterly annihilated. Shade has anti-air and shields on that factory, making that a very nice little defensive, a defensive little area. And several units go down with a bombing run as Knight's point defense do work on that factory. Is he PD pushing? That is so rude. I think Shade may have either Control K'd or those fish deuce may have done some damage on it. And training 1 on Knight's ACU. And Shade is expanding to the back. I don't think I agree with that. I would rather her expand to the side so she could put down those anti-air turrets. To see, nothing really happened there. There's lots of anti-air shooting up at these guys. And there's a free mechs kill for Nite right there. Boom! And I don't know if it's Control K or an actual attack. Nite is doing wonderful with his expansion. And a nasty point defense creep here. That point defense is not going to do much, considering it doesn't have a shield to protect it, and Shade didn't help repair it. If Shade got down a couple of Shachas, I think she would be doing alright. If she got Shachas or a little Air Force, down goes that mass extractor, and that poor little engineer died. I told you this is a very bad spot for expansions against air. Shade's units are still a little bit more powerful than Knight's, and down goes another mass extractor. Shade researched weapon range finally, and training 3 honor units. I don't think that's going to really help. She should have gone range first. Range is definitely a big thing with especially the Aeon units. And that factory is just going to go down with a quickness. And boom, down it goes. That is the second time it went down. Knight's putting up a radar. I really like that play there. That is the wise thing. And a third time that is being built on the wreck. I believe that is a third time. I'm sorry if I'm speaking out of my my booty here. I could be incorrect. And Nite, very wise to build on that wreck there of Shade's. Shade really should get some fish tooths up there. Some mobile missile launchers to just wreck that thing. And an anti-air tower that really would do better underneath the shield, but that's okay. She should rebuild that. She should have built on that wreck there, but she's got a radar at least. There's another land factory going down, and really, I think Shachas would do very well right now. But I think Shade should get down an air factory to counter this air. Nite research training too, so his units are going to be almost as powerful as Shade's, but not quite. And Shade is putting down these land factories in range of these fish tooths. I really disagree with that play there, but at least they're going down. See, that anti-air tower should have been under a shield. It really would have done better. And there's an anti-air tower right there. But like I said, see that this land factory is in a very bad spot. And look at all that mass Nite has. He's spamming energy generators spaced out up here. There's a little fight going on. It is short-lived because of that point defense. And another point defense goes down. That is going to be a no man's land there for Shade. Or no ladies land there since she is a lady. And see, I like how he's spacing out these P-gens so that they will not do a nasty little chain explosion. Well, they won't chain explode. They just get splash damage on them. And those AA towers, at this point, Air just doesn't care about the AA that's up. Regeneration on all units. Oh, down goes that land factory for Nite. Nite really needs to back on out of there. I don't think he knows whether she's got teleport or not. He'd be wise to get out. I don't know why he's building that land factory. He really should have just scrapped that loss and gotten out of there. But I like this land factory build way up north that engineer is doing. That is very nice. Very smart. And Shade really should be reclaiming over here and rebuilding these mexes, because these mexes get veterancy over time and do much better as time goes on. I like that. There was a little reclaim there. I think there's more reclaims happening. Ah, like I said, that factory just went down, and that point defense just doesn't even matter. That point defense isn't really going to matter either, but if Shade gets up those mobile missile launchers to take it out, it'll make very short work of it. And there it is. Boom! Down it goes. Whoever claims the middle will have a nice chunk of mass, but there are a lot of units there ready to do a high amount of damage. And Nite is throwing down a bunch of land factors. I really like that play there. I think that is the wise decision. And he's got a nice little air force going on. But Shade would be really wise to get an air force or have one factory at least dedicated to mobile AA. And like I said, those point defense no matter, well, whatever. They just don't work anymore when they are mobile missile launchers unfilled to that volume. Nite gets the chrome shield on his units, so that is going to make Nite's life a whole lot easier, and Shade's not so fun. And some mobile missile launcher fighter going into Shade's army as a bombing run. Let's see how Shade splits, and oh, not such a good split there. Lots of units go down, but that's okay, Shade. You're in a nasty spot. That is a really nasty spot for units, but you have no other choice, as this is the fastest way to get to your opponents. And Chrome Health for Shade, for Nite. Oh, that's where he's getting all that. 2 research stations. That is really going to make life easier for Nite of Misfortune. I think that's another one. No, it's a land factory, and Shade finally gets Chrome Shield, but Nite's Chrome Shield has ×2 the health. And whoever gets to teleport quickest right now is probably going to win. A little anti-air I don't know why that's there. And build time. He finally got the build time research for the land units. And Shade is just harvesting all that mass. And Shade didn't even have time to split there. And Nite didn't lose that many planes. I think that was a good trade-off for him, unfortunately for Shade. And Shade loses that anti-air tower. I'm just saying he should not build right there when there's that volume of units. Shade has the advantage of territory here up front, but Nite has the mass advantage, no doubt. And Shade attempts a split, only losing 2 units there from that bomb. That was very, very awesome play there by her. And there's teleport. I think the end is nigh for Shade here, because she just doesn't have the units. And I think Shade should have done this a little bit earlier, push in, because she's got the training. Her units do a little bit more damage. She really should have some anti-air and a very nice split there. And this is where Nite should push in, especially when her units are pushed out like that. Nite has damage on his units, so his units are going to be doing a lot more damage. I like how Nite's pushing back into those point defense. That really helps his units. And that air there is really just wrecking Shade's units. They're really not having a good time. And I see why Shade's building these AA up here to cover those units, and there's no mobile missile launchers there, but those land units are just there to wreck everything. And that is a big field of mass, smoking, hot, yummy mass field for an engineer to go there and just pick up. And here it is. There's the teleport. Shade gets surrounded. Shade needs to get behind. Why is she going that way? She should have gone. No, she should have gone that way. She's right to have done that. The shields fall very quickly. Did not protect her ACU very well. And down she goes. Boom! Well played there, Shade. You played a very good game. You were very stubborn on the air game. I really think an air factor would have done you well, but you can't win them all. You would have been stronger on the land if you had the if you expanded to the left or right, as I recommend for this map. But you know what? Who knows? You are an excellent player. I think you've beaten me the last time we played, so what do I know? Knight, you did super well on that match. I mean, it was unbelievable how you turned it around. It looked like you were losing because Shade, very well played there, Shade. It went straight for training 2. That was wrecking those units, but I think the range and playing cautiously and having that air factory really helped you. So there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to this channel. You know what? You need to do it. I think you should. If you want to see more videos like this, don't worry. I'm going to also do Forge Alliance Forever and Planetary Annihilation matches. But as always, everyone, like and subscribe to my channel. And send your awesome replays to StealSpeaks@gmail.com. And check out Knight's channel at Empire Civilization. He has an RPG channel, an RTS channel. Just check him out. He is awesome. Send him replays as well. I know he's very busy with school and all, but he won this match. Go over to his channel and say, hey man, what's up? Well played. I appreciate it. Send him some likes and subscribe to him as well, because his videos are the bomb. Not the bomb. You can't say that on the internet anymore. They are awesome. And as always, GG everyone. And, well, I have to do it, right? Turn down your speakers if it is too loud for you. GG!